Hey out there in YouTube land, it's Kuda Slayer once again. Thought I'd just do a quick little video to look at to kind of talk about some of the recent things I've been up to. This is what you're looking at here right now is a series of quote-unquote civilian vehicles for kind of meant for 40K, produced by a GrimSkull, also known as I believe Wargame Exclusive. They have a couple of they have a website and a dedicated eBay store as well. But I just kind of, since I don't hear too many people talk about these, I thought I'd do a quick review on them. Let's see, which one is this? And you can see how well prepared I am today. Let's see, I believe this one is the City Car Mark 9. It's as you can see, it's cast in two pieces. Front half, rear half. I mean, just look at the detail on this, though. I mean, this kind of reminds me a lot of what you see in the future scenes from Back to the Future Part 2, and as you can see, it kind of reminds me a little bit of a old style Citroen. If you can see past my huge hand. Unfortunately, I'm using it on my phone, so I don't really get too much dexterity with this. But if you look at it long enough, you sort of can see a little bit of the Citroen body line. You have the huge front, then the slope in the back, and if you look at the back here, this is some fairly well impressive detailing on just something that's a actual non-combat vehicle, or supposedly non-combat vehicle, although they do offer a couple models of their own. Then this one over here, it's kind of like a mini SUV done in two parts as well. There's a separate eagle head that connects to this point up here that's casted separately. Unfortunately, I've not had a chance to glue it in yet, but you kind of get how it goes. Wheels, unlike the other one, the wheels are separate and even have kind of bogey style in the rear. And this is just some really great details for something that's it's not really probably be nothing more than a background piece in any particular war game you might be involved with. Just look at the detailing on the wings here, just starting as you can see the separate eagle head just going all the way down, and then the rear is not quite as detailed as the other car, but this looks kind of more like this, put more of the work in the front. And the wheels kind of remind me a little bit more of the wheels from Back to the Future, a little bit more than the other car did, but just, just for, like I said, for something that's not a combat model, these are fairly amazing. Then this guy over here, this is kind of really the big one of the civilian cars. Again, cast in two pieces. I think in this particular one there is options for adding some more modules in the middle to kind of make it into like a limo. But look at the eagles. The eagle beak is continuing to the hood and bonnet. Then, of course, you got the kind of gothic styling on the headlights. Eagles on the fenders. This piece in itself would be pretty good, maybe to convert into like a cargo truck or something. To build your own, or even add like one of the cargo containers to it. Then the rear here. Just look at the separate pipes there. And to me, that's phenomenal. Just to imagine how the heck they can even cast this, and really don't have all that many mold lines. To put these together, it's going to require very, very little work. It almost falls together right out of the bag. And unlike the other two vehicles, it's their four wheels. It has 6. You know, this kind of poke in right there. I think there's another option. You can have treads with this one. But, I mean, these are just very, very well done models for something that, you know, in a war game is probably never going to, you know, matter much of anything. Let's see. Let me go grab something real quick. Yeah, I know, how professional. And just to give you an idea how big these really are, sort of reassembled this in some semblance. But you can see how big a Space Marine would be compared to one of these vehicles. And that's about roughly maybe a third or maybe close to the size of a Rhino. Then same for the little SUV over here. Space Marine, you know, supposing what, about 10 feet tall in real life scale, which would be about the same for as if it was standing next to, say, like a Humvee in today's age. And of course, next to the other car, you know, let's lift that up a little. I mean, you can just, I mean, these are right about in the right scale, and these would be perfect for you know, just background pieces for your more elaborate game tables. And then these are just the civilian models. There's several more that Wargame Exclusive / GrimSkull produces. They have a Gene Stealer limo, which kind of harkens back to one of the time back in earlier days of 40K when Gene Stealers actually had their were just a codex of their own before they got brought into Tyranids and then spun off yet again. And let's see, I know those are combat ones. There's some Inquisitor models in their lineup, but you know, go check them out. And this was about, I think I spent maybe about $80 on this set of 3. So, you know, in my opinion, you know, for something that's this well detailed and not even used for combat purposes, just mainly just for background decoration, or you know, however you want to say it, you know, these are fairly good pieces to have in your collection. So anyway, I guess that's enough rambling for me for the time being, and hopefully next time I'll have a real camera and have something a little bit more to talk about. But anyway, this is Kuda Slayer again, and I'll see you next time.